Hey, what's up guys, it's CJ here. In this video I'm going to talk to you guys about a little bit of a controversial thing within Fortnite that actually keeps a lot of new players from taking a dive into the game, but I think it's one of the most key importance to Fortnite, and it's something that will definitely set you apart once you master from all the other people who just play. The first thing that I hear when I tell someone that I love the game Fortnite is it comes from people who come from PUBG, H1Z1, and other stuff like that, and that's that they hate building. And it's something that I totally get. It's something that's hard to master, and honestly I think that building adds another layer to Fortnite, and it really separates the game from all the other battle royales out there. When I first started playing Fortnite, I absolutely sucked at building. And one day I decided, hey, if I'm going to get better at this game, I need to sit down and actually practice this. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys what I did to practice to become pretty good at building in just an hour or so. When I'm going to practice anything, the first place I come to is the creative mode. So I'm going to load into here. What's nice about this is back in the day, you used to have to go to playgrounds and farm a bunch of materials, but this is what my creative place looks like where I practice building. It's pretty simple, just a hangar and some ramp build-ups that I usually use to start building on. As you can see, this definitely doesn't take a lot of time to build, which is great. What makes the creative game type so great is that you can set your resources to infinite and there's no time limit. And I just like to start the game so that I'm not hovering around while I'm trying to build as you do in creative. Before you get into practicing, you're going to make sure that you have all your keybinds set up to be the most optimal for your building. I personally play on keyboard and mouse, so what I do is I go in and I select each wall and floor and stair build to be bound to my mouse, or a certain place on my keyboard which is easy to use, in which I would optimize my building speed. If you're playing on a controller, I like to use the Builder Pro setting. This allows you to change to each piece individually without having to cycle through different pieces, which will allow you to build quicker. Another cool feature they just came out with is the option for you to customize your own controller layout. But I like to start with Builder Pro just for the sake of practice, and then once I get more comfortable with that, I go in and I change my own keybinds on the controller. Other settings you guys need to turn on is Turbo Building and Build Pro Build Immediately. Turbo Building lets you hold down the button and just keep building, and Build Pro Immediately will let you build as soon as you hit the button. Also, if you're on a controller, you're going to want to turn up that build sensitivity. What this does is when you're in building mode, it allows you to look around faster so you can pull off those 360 builds. But it won't affect your aiming when you're not in building mode. Alright, finally we're going to start practicing some building. And the first thing I want you to learn is the 3-part ramp rush. This build is a very popular build that you'll see people in Battle Royale use, and the reason so many people default to this is because it gives you so many layers before you can get shot down. Now, as you can see, I'm going to take this pretty slow because it's important to learn the foundation and the order I have to build in order to become very quick at it. This isn't just a simple one-click build that you can do. It's really important to know which direction to look at as you're building. You don't want to look like down or up, because then what's going to happen is you're going to block yourself in and someone's going to build on top of you and then they're going to kill you. After practicing this for about 10, 20, 30 minutes, you're going to become really proficient to the point to where, as you can see, I can just build and move at the same time. Alright, on to the next build. The next build we're going to learn is what a lot of people refer to as building 90s. In order to do this, you're going to want to build one ramp. Then you're going to build a wall behind the ramp, above the ramp. You're going to turn 90 degrees, either left or right. And then you're going to build 2 more walls, a floor, and then another ramp. This build takes quite a while to master. So you're going to want to go very slow at first, just like the other build. And then as you pick up speed, you're going to want to make it to where you can jump at the top of your build to where you can do this really quickly. Somewhere along the line, people way smarter than me figured out that this was the most stable build for pushing someone who's adjacent to you. Now I'm going to show you guys my favorite way to practice building, and this way when you practice it will be more like you play. Now as you saw before, I had some chests in the hangar. This is a little older clip, so this isn't the hangar. I used to have just a cafe there. And I have the chest, and in the chest I have a gray assault rifle, a green pump, and just a green hunting rifle. And what you're going to want to do is you're going to have a friend. So what this is it's called build battling. And what this is going to do is it allows you to simulate getting in build battles that you would actually get in Battle Royale. All we do is look at the clock and we say, hey, we're going to start at this time. And the whole goal is to outbuild your friend and get above him so that you can shoot him down. This is why it's important to know the foundation of the other builds, is so that when you get into a one-on-one situation like this, that you'll actually be able to apply it under pressure. Honestly guys, after practicing this for an hour or two, my building exponentially got better in Battle Royale. I noticed I was able to outbuild people, I was able to out-edit them, everything that you'd want in a build battle. Because before I really started doing this, I was awful at building. One thing that's really helped me learn was to build on top of people. Like if you find yourself in a position where you're higher than them, it will confuse the other player if you start building on top of them, and they'll be forced to push a different direction, as you can see right here. This will also give you the advantage now that you know they're going to have to push a different way, and they're going to be focused on building out of your build. Hey, if you guys like this video and want to see more like it, go ahead and hit that like button and subscribe to get notifications when I post more videos.